All right, everyone, greetings and welcome to another Great American Survival. In today's video, we're going to be sharing with you how to build your own personal pocket first aid kit, or as my kids like to call it, the Ouch Pouch. Now, if you're new to our channel, we want to say thank you. Thank you for stopping by. We hope you find this video useful and it makes your life just a little easier. So let's get started. All right, sports fans, as I said in the intro, today I'm going to be sharing with you my pocket first aid kit, or as my children like to call it, my Ouch Pouch. Now, what we're going to share with you is the things I put in here, and before I get started, let me say, there's no medications in here, so if your children have allergies, you might want to throw a couple Benadryl in one of them. Or if you're having any type of heart problems, blood pressure problems, things like that, put your medication in this, because it's not just for you to have when you're out and about, but sometimes, I take medication and sometimes I just forget to take it. So having it in here, that's why mine's not in here, because I do that often. So what I do is I keep a couple of each, and then when I need them, I know they're in here. And that's what it's all about. So let's get started. First off, if you don't carry a Swiss Army knife, carry a pair of tweezers. Now, one thing I'll try not to forget, is if you're using these and you're using them, use something to wipe them down. Make sure they're nice and clean, because these are going to be stuck down in a little wound sometimes to get whatever might be in there. So I use this little 3" by 3", or I guess this is 4" by 4" plastic Ziploc bag. It's kind of heavy duty. Came with some flashlight components, and it's been really useful. So, all right, so let's get started with the contents. First off, antibacterial ointment. If I can pick it up off the table. There we go. Boom. Here, 3 of these. These come in very handy, and they work great for burns, smaller cuts, scrapes especially. Put this on, put a bigger bandage on, deal with it. Antibacterial ointment. Very important. Next, alcohol sterile wipes. These things come in handy, just like we said before. Great for treating something. Now, God forbid you're ever going to have to do it in a life or a death situation, but having an alcohol wet wipe can come in handy in treating something before it's used in an emergency situation. Like I said, using this in the tweezers will keep them clean, help you keep from getting infections. Next, 1" by 3". These are antibacterial ointment treated Band-Aids. Got 3 of those in there. They come in handy. Now, if you have any small children, get some of the smaller ones. Get ones that have their favorite Disney characters, things like that, and make it that much easier, because you all know, if you have kids, that having a Band-Aid on something makes it feel so much better, especially to children. Next, these are 2" by 3" adhesive pads. They have a small section of gauze and then surrounded by adhesive fabric. These work really, really well and they double for moleskin. I keep a small 3" by 3" section of moleskin, just in case I end up with a blister. Usually it's other people having blisters because they don't wear their boots and the boots don't fit. So these things come in really handy. Bigger wounds, scrapes, scratches, things like that. These are going to be handy. Next. Now, I carry 2 different types, and I honestly prefer these. There's fingertip Band-Aids and knuckle Band-Aids. And between the 2 of them, they both have their purpose. But honestly, I use these 90% of the time for both jobs. So if you want to just eliminate it and go down to just those, or if you want to go with both, put 3 of each and put them in your bag. Next, 1" by 1". Smaller bandages, especially these. I've noticed I've gotten whacked with branches and gotten thorned, and these just make it where you can dress your face, or if you have a child that has something really minor that you don't even want to deal with, but you're doing it to make them happy, boom, 4 of those come in handy. Next, 2 antiseptic wet wipes. These are, that's what they say. That chloride wet wipes. 2 of those. Next, iodine prep pads. These are awesome. They help a lot, and it's one of those things that you need, especially if you're dealing with a bigger cut or a scrape. I prefer to use the iodine prep pads. And then we have These are sting relief. These are like regular wet wipes, regular antiseptic wipes, but they have a little bit of lidocaine, which helps numb them down. Honestly, I think most of them should just have these in them, because if you're dealing with any type of scrape or scuff, put the sting relief ones in there. Next, we have ourselves some, I guess they're 3-inch by 1.5-inch strips. Now these I've used more as sutures and butterfly band-aids than I do as regular band-aids. But back to the same thing, if you have a child and you want to make them happy because they have a small cut or scrape, put that on there. Also, we have ourselves a this is a 1.5, maybe 2-inch by 3-inch non-adhesive sterile pad. Now these come in handy for bigger wounds. I've had to use them on smaller cuts, on deeper cuts, because you can always roll them up, stick them in the wound, and then put the bandage over the top of it to help them stay in place, just to apply a little pressure and keep things from bleeding. Now this is not ideal for sticking in an open wound, like an arrow hole or a knife wound or things like that. But in a pinch, these things come in really handy. So as you see, everything in here is designed around small stuff, nothing big. Literally, like I said, it's an ouch pouch. It's designed for little things that you don't want to get infected. And like me, I cut my hand almost every day. It's just the way it is. I work on cars, and this just comes in really, really handy. My wife has one in her purse. I carry one in my cargo pocket if I'm out and about. If I'm in my kayak, I have one in my life jacket. And then we have bigger first aid kits in our vehicles. Plus, we usually have these on us. So, as you see, a very cool setup. Now, if you have anything you'd like me to add to it, or you think if you were going to use it, you'd add, please comment down below. Let us know what you think. We appreciate it. We hope each and every one of you enjoy your time outdoors, and just be prepared in case something stupid happens, or something bad and stupid. God bless each and every one of you. Have a great week. We'll see you soon.